Yeah, like, that's what that means. You've been thinking about them a lot and you really love and care about them. And I'm like, bro, so like my adrenaline started rushing. I started getting hot and stuff. So I'm like, bro, how do y'all know that? You feel me? How do y'all know that? Like, this are some shapes I done drew. Y'all like, yeah. I'm like 6 o'clock on Thursday, that Starbucks. You feel me? And I'm like, man, I don't even drink Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? That's why you feel me? Don't go and stuff like that. I'm like, I wasn't gonna go. You feel me? I'm like, I said I just found it weird that they like brought that up. Like, that's crazy. You feel me? Like that they knew that just off me taking tests. So once that happened, man, you feel me? She got off the phone. She just told me to be safe. She told me to be safe because I was on my way to the gym. She told me to be safe and all that extra stuff. So I'm gonna go to my phone. Go to my phone and read y'all these text messages real quick. So my mom said, Aaron said that's a ritual. Aaron said that's a ritual Satan is used. Be careful. So you feel me? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared, you feel me? I'm like real scared, yo. Like when she said that, like my heart just dropped. And I'm like, what the hell, right? So, and then when I was on my way to the gym, like I don't know if I was just tweaking out or something. Like when I got off the phone, my mom, like the hand that I shook them with, it was like my hand was like, feel me? It was like burning. And it was like, and I gave him my number, right? So it was like my phone was like so hot. You feel me? And I wasn't even using it that long either. Like I was, like me and my mom probably was on FaceTime for like 2 or 3 minutes. So my phone like shouldn't have been that hot. So it was like my hand was getting real hot. I was on my way to the gym and I was using, like I just held my phone in my hand while I was texting my mom this. And I'm like, you feel me? So I was switching hands just to see like if I was tweaking, but the phone was still hot. So I'm like, what the heck? So, you feel me? I said, you about to make me come home because I really wanted to come home. After that, she told me that. Like I was sitting in the parking lot of the gym and I didn't even go into the gym that day. So I skipped my workout on Tuesday. And you feel me? I said, I'm coming home. And she like, I'm for real. Ariana's husband said he's about to text you. I told you they crazy as fuck. So then, you feel me? I drive home. So, you feel me? I just drive home. Then my cousin, she ended up calling or whatever. I guess she got like some experience with these type of things. Like I guess she used to do stuff like that. Like she said she used to be like real spiritual and stuff, and you know she like we used to go to all type of meetings and stuff like that. And she just asked me like, do I feel how I feel? Am I feeling okay? Like, do I feel safe and all that? So she just told me what happened. So I basically just told her what they said, right? And she like, oh, you feel me? She said, I don't think they meant any harm, but if you're interested, I can get in more detail of those people and stuff like that. And she was like, but first off, I want to give you my testimony. You feel me? I'm like, yeah, I just pulled up to the house. So I said, I got nothing but time. I said, I'm in the driveway chilling. He was like, okay. You know, he just started telling me like her testimony and stuff about how she used to be deep into that stuff and everything. And like how she got out of it. She said like she couldn't do nothing but talk about the universe and meditation and stuff like that. So feel me, after she got done telling me that, like how she got out of it, like they prayed it out of her and stuff, and like she said like when she got out the little thingy or whatever, it was like she was like a baby, like all over again, like she had to learn like everything all over again and stuff. And she said like now, you feel me, she married, got a daughter, and she ministers like at her church. She work with the youth and stuff down here. So she like, she want me and my sister to come to her church. She said she would want to see me and my sister and just show us like, you feel me, what they do. She was like, her and her husband, they basically run a youth ministry down there at her church, and she was like, she was just basically telling me stuff like that. So you feel me? So I had told her that the people had gave me a test, like an interview. So she like, okay, so since they gave you an interview, I want to give you something like an interview. You feel me? And she was basically telling me like what the I forgot, like since it was Tuesday, I really forgot what she was saying about them. But she was just telling me like she don't think they made any harm or anything, but you feel me? Like the things that they said, you feel me? It's like, I guess it's accurate. So I'm like, yeah, it is accurate. Like everything that they said was what was happening in my life right now. So I'm like, you feel me? It's crazy. So I'm like, you know. So she gave me a little interview, and she was asking me, like, do I believe in God and stuff like that? I told her yeah. She was asking me like, it was like she said it was like an interview, but it's gonna be like in the scene of the court of law. So it was like how she was asking me like I was in like court type stuff. So she was talking about like Judgment Day and stuff, and she basically just like asked me like, have I ever stolen anything? I told her yeah. And then she asked me like, have I ever looked at a woman in lust? Because he said like basically those two things are a part of the 10 Commandments. So I told her yes, both of those things, right? So she said, okay, now you know, basically when those 10 Commandments and stuff like God would say like that you shouldn't be doing and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, so if it was Judgment Day, and she said, and God had to judge you, would you be going to heaven or would you be going to hell? I'm like, I'll be going to hell. You feel me? And she's like, okay, that's a great step, because some people wouldn't even like admit it. Some people wouldn't even say, you feel me, oh, I would go to hell. She like, some people wouldn't even do that. So she said, it's great that you said that you would. But she said, but do you know what God does? Do you know what God did? God did for you to be forgiven. I told her no. But the only reason why I told her no is because I told her I'm not sure. And the only reason why I told her I'm not sure because I didn't know if my answer was correct or not. If my answer was gonna be correct or not. So I just told her I wasn't sure. She basically told me what I already knew. Basically like, God sent his son to come down here, and you know, he died on the cross and he came back and stuff. So basically he died for our sins. So like we can be forgiven and stuff. You feel me? After she said that, I'm like, you feel me? After she got done explaining and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I was gonna say that, I just didn't know if that was the right answer. She was like, okay, good. So then she was like, now, is there anything that you would like to say? She gave me her testimony and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Your boy was like, okay, you feel me? Let me say something. So I just told her like, you feel me? I've been doing a lot of things, feeling like I don't fit in and stuff. I just got to a point in time I feel like I ain't fit in, and I had to do certain things just to keep up with the people I was rolling with. So that's what I said. And then I was trying to like, I said, feel me, I just been going through a lot and stuff. I just been going through a lot. And I said my favorite YouTuber I watch. Y'all know who my favorite YouTuber is. My favorite YouTuber is Illuminati. So I was telling like how he was like, feel me, real entertaining, you feel me, he was funny and stuff. That's what made him my favorite YouTuber. And then I told him, once he got with Ash, he got into like that spiritual stuff, you feel me, because my cousin was telling me how she was into that stuff and everything. And I was like, you feel me, my favorite YouTuber, he's like real spiritual now. I said I watch all his videos, like he made a new channel, I watch all his like, you feel me, his spiritual videos and stuff. Yeah, I was telling her about that, and I said I ain't never thought about, well, like I told her like I ain't never did the stuff, but like I would think about like the sun gaze and meditation and stuff like that. So she was telling me like all that stuff is temporary, just like weed. She said people smoke, they said basically smoke, they use, feel me, weed to like escape their problems, smoke and get high. She was like, it's temporary because, feel me, you gotta come back down. So she was like telling me how she used to smoke and all that stuff. And you feel me? She's like, oh, that's temporary. It's like meditation is temporary, sun gazing is temporary, and all that stuff. So she said all of it's temporary. She said the only way you can truly get peace is God. She said that's the only person that can give it to you. She was like, I ain't trying to force God on you and none of that stuff. But she said I'm just keeping it honest with you because I've been there. You feel me? She was like, I already gave you my testimony and stuff. So she said what I'm telling you is the truth. She was like, can't nobody love you like God can too. She was like, my husband can't love me like God can. You feel me? I can't expect the same love from him that God gives me. She was like, God is your answer to all your problems. So you feel me, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So she just started to wrap up what she was saying and everything, and before I got off the phone, she was like, can I pray for you? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you can pray for me and stuff. So she just started praying for me, and she was asking God to basically like show me who I am, and that I'm not just on this planet for no reason, and that I have a reason to be here. And she said, to all the people that's been like talking about me behind my back and doing stuff behind my back, and it's basically like showing me fake love. She was like, God, just please don't have him lose that characteristic that he has of him being a very loving, caring, and passionate lover, like a big, like she said, like don't basically just asking God not to like let me lose that. And you feel me? So when she was saying those things, like I just started crying, bro. So I'm like, man, that's crazy, cause I didn't tell her anything like that. I didn't tell her nothing like that, man. And I'm like, bro, that's wild. Like I didn't tell her none of that shit. I was trying not to cuss in this video, but that's my first cuss word in this video, so I guess I'm doing good. But I wasn't trying, I didn't tell her any of that stuff that was going on. So I'm like, you feel me, I'm crying at this point, you feel me? She like, yes, God, you feel me, just, you feel me, he laying it out right now and stuff. Like, I was like, that's crazy, man, because I didn't tell her anything. And she like, you feel me, he feel like he's giving out love and it's not getting reciprocated or whatever, you feel me? I'm like not getting the same love in return. Like that's how I'm feeling, like I'm not giving the same love in return. And she know I got a big heart and I love hard. And she said, just God, please don't let him lose that just cause how people are doing him and treating him. And then it's just crazy, like I'm just thinking about it, like with those things that she was saying, like it's people really out here that's like, you feel me, showing me fake love, that's saying they, you feel me, they were riding with me and all that stuff, and like, you feel me, they talking about me behind my back, you feel me, saying like how, you feel me, how soft and kind I am, like, you feel me, like, yeah, like she said, you feel me, I got a big heart and I really do, you feel me. If I tell you I love you, feel me, my loyalty runs deep, man. I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I love everybody. I ain't got no hatred for nobody. So like, if you really with me, man, just know I got you forever, man. I got you forever. So it just hurt me to know, like, to get the confirmation, like it was confirmed, you feel me? Basically that thing is going on. And I was telling one of my friends, you know, that, you feel me, I ain't gonna, you feel me, I'm done showing people love. Like, I ain't gonna show no love, you feel me? Ain't nobody out here loving me. Can't nobody else give me like that again. That's basically what I was saying. Like, I ain't, you feel me? I ain't showing no more love to nobody. Like, you feel me? I ain't getting no love in return. And she was telling me like I can't do that. The girl was telling me like I can't do that and stuff. Can't let nobody change me. I can't turn into a terrible person just cause how other people do me. Feel me? And you know, I'm like, nah, like I ain't trying to hear that. So basically my cousin was telling me that. I'm like, man, that's crazy, cause I was saying that I was gonna change my ways. Feel me? I wasn't gonna love people. You feel me? I told her I was gonna do everybody dirty. That's what I was saying. Like, and then when she said that, like, God, please don't let him change who he is. You feel me? Just cause how people are doing him and treating him and mistreating him and stuff. So I'm crying. You feel me? So I wiped my tears and stuff. You feel me? I came back. You know what I'm saying? And then she got to talk about, bro. She got to bringing up a basketball, bro. Man, she got to bringing up a basketball, man. Man, she brought up a basketball, right? So you feel me? She was like, God is like showing me a basketball. He's telling me stuff about basketball. She was like, do you love basketball? Like, no. She said, like, have you ever played basketball or something? I'm like, yeah. I said, that was the first love. She was like, yeah, do you like basketball or anything? I'm like, yeah, that was the first sport I fell in love with. I said, that was my first love. I said, I love that sport. I love basketball. You feel me? That's what I told her. And she like, you feel me? God is telling me that it's not a coincidence why you love basketball so much. And she was like, he's telling me something about kids. Like, she was like, do you like have a recreation center in your area or something that you can go to coach basketball, right? So I'm like, you feel me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I can see. I ain't never thought about it, but she's like, have I ever thought about helping kids with basketball, stuff like that? I'm like, no, I said, I ain't never thought about being a coach or anything like that. She's like, I think you should like look into that, because God is telling me, like, that's what you should do. Like, that's, you feel me? You're like, she was saying like, that's my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, I got asked by those people that was supposed to be Satanists or whatever. They asked me today what my purpose was earlier. And here come an hour later, my cousin telling me what my purpose is. And after I told the people I didn't know what my purpose was, and she telling me what my purpose is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you feel me? I'm like, that's crazy, right? So at this point, I'm like, wow, that's crazy, you feel me? So I get to crying again, man. Because like before my uncle had passed, bro, one of my last encounters with my uncle, bro, my uncle had put this basketball on my bed, man, before he had passed away. And I done kept this like with me. He got his matching basketballs and stuff, man. And like his last couple days, man, it was just crazy. Like, I'm gonna put the screenshot up now of the messages between me and my uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Earlier that day, it was Thursday. I'm like, what's up, Unc? Did you leave the money under? You leave the money? He said, yup, under the couch. I'm like, all right, thanks. He said, for sure, love you, boy. I'm like, love you too, you feel me? That was my dog, bro. That was my best friend. You feel me? And then later that night, he was like, thanks for the ball. You feel me? So he's like, you already know, Neff. If I got it, you got it. Put your initials on it. I think I did put my initials on it, but it might have went away. I can't remember. I think I did put my initials on it. It might have went away, but I don't know if I ever did. But he bought him a ball like this too. We got matching balls and stuff. And you feel me? His last day, his last couple days, man. He I don't remember if this was the day, same day or not, but feel me? He had took a picture with his ball. Like one of his last pictures, he took a picture with his ball. Took the picture with the ball and stuff. Like when he had left the house. Like my last encounter with him was he had came in my room that Friday before I went to school. He was just making sure I was up for school, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So he popped in while I was in my closet looking for something to put on. And you feel me? I just looked back at him and like gave him like a little, you feel me, little like what is you doing in here? Like, you feel me? It's early in the morning, you feel me? I'm mad, I gotta get up for school and stuff. So it wasn't nothing personal, you feel me? I just got, you feel me? I got a little attitude problem, I guess. I don't know. So I mean, he just bars in, just make sure a nigga was up for school, bro. You feel me? I just gave him like one of them looks, you feel me? And you feel me? He just slid right back out. He was just making sure a nigga was up. So that was my last little encounter with him those past 2 days. Him leaving me this basketball and him coming into my room. So, you know, I was just crying because, you feel me, he had gave me this before he had passed away, and she telling me like, you feel me, God's telling me, you know what I'm saying, ain't no reason, it's not a weird reason, it's not a weird reason, it's not a coincidence why I love basketball so much. So she told me to look into that, to see if I can coach somewhere, some recreation center, coach some kids, right? So, you feel me, and she said, and God's also telling me that you will be very good with children, and that's what you're here for, right? So, she's like, have you ever thought about working with children? So, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, you feel me? And it's like weird, bro, cause like she's saying God is telling her all this, man, and it's like, bro, and I've been like, stressing myself out, trying to figure out what is my purpose here. Like, what do I want to be when I get older? Cause like when I grew up, I was always told, like they said, the first thing I said I wanted to be when I was growing up was a preacher, a minister, or something like that. Like they said I grew up running around saying I was gonna be a preacher and stuff. Then as I got older, I was saying I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. So once I graduated high school, I got prepared to be a plastic surgeon through high school. And then once I got out of high school, I went to college. Then it was got time to pick my major. And I'm like, I don't think I want to do that no more. You feel me? Wow, my camera about to die again. So I'm thinking like I'm about to have to wrap this up because my camera just died twice. So I'm like, you feel me? I don't want to have to, you know what I'm saying, go to school that long, right? So you feel me? I was talking to my goddad about it because my family was pressuring me to pick a major and stuff, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I want to do. And he like, is there anything else you thought about doing? And I'm like, you feel me? I thought about being a computer engineer because I'm good with computers and stuff like that. And then I also said, you feel me? I thought about being a teacher. And he was like, what age group would you want to work with? And I'm like, I don't know. He said, not older kids though, because they terrible. They said they don't got no respect, none of that. So you feel me? And that was like, you feel me, the last time I like talked about teaching or doing anything with kids. And she like, you feel me? God is telling me that that is your purpose. That's your reason of being on this earth. You're a great, loving, caring person. You got such a gentle touch and gentle soul that you would do well with children. And children, you feel me, is what I'm here for children, basically. Yes, I'm here like to work with children and stuff. So but she told me that, like, I'm like, man, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. And then she got to talking about, she got to continue praying, saying that God said I'm gonna sleep better, gonna start sleeping better, because I wasn't sleeping good. I ain't been sleeping good, but staying up, thinking, stuff been bothering me. When I am sleeping, I'm having bad dreams, but it's not necessarily like the typical bad dreams. It's just dreams that you wouldn't want to have. Feel me? Dreams that's bothering me, people in my dreams and stuff. Feel me? And like the night before I had talked to her, feel me? I even called out to God. You feel me? I woke up. You feel me? I was tossing and turning because I was having a weird dream. You feel me? And I'm just like asking God to give me peace. I just kept saying like, God, give me peace, please. Like, I just want peace. That's what I kept calling out in the middle of the night, tossing and turning and stuff. And she like, God said you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna start sleeping better and stuff, no more bad dreams, none of that. And I didn't even tell her that. That's what I'm saying, like, God is real. I didn't tell her any of this stuff, and this stuff that she was saying to me, I'm like, it just motivated me. Like, I need to get my relationship right with God. Like, I'm not, like, feel me? I'm not saying I'm gonna be a saint or anything, but you feel me? I'm gonna get my relationship, I'm gonna get familiar with God, man, because he is real, so I'm gonna get better. You feel me? I've been reading my little Bible and stuff, you feel me? I'm trying to get better with praying. There's still some stuff I need to work on myself, but, you know, I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, and let y'all know that God is real, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, man, I ain't trying to pressure nobody to be a saint, because I'm not gonna be a saint. I ain't a saint, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, you feel me? I talked to many people about it too, many of my elders and stuff. My grandma was saying, you feel me, that's right. My goddad was saying, yeah, you feel me, I heard about your cousin's story, heard about her story, she got a gift, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I always told your mama that God has his hand on you. He said, God is doing things right now because he's trying to get your attention and he's not done with you yet. He said, he ain't done with you. He said, God told your mom the day you was born, God had his hand on you. He's the main one that's telling me I'm special. A lot of y'all tell me I'm special too, but he the main one that tells me I'm special, man. I'm starting to believe it, man. You feel me? So, hey. That's the story I wanted to share with y'all, man. You feel me? Appreciate all the love and support, man. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Next video, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about what I want to drop next, but like I said, if you haven't watched my last video, go watch it, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, man. It's your boy YOUNGSTEPH, man. I'm out this mug, man. Gang.
Open your eyes, what do you see? You were supposed to be married to me. I don't know what you've been doing, the vibe again is different than what it should be. Not only did I just give you my heart, I kept it real from the tip of the start. Remember you told me you lied, so nothing would take.